The new Texas law that allows police to arrest people they believe crossed into the state illegally remains on hold, a change that came down late last night. The on-again, off-again movement with this case now puts it in the hands of 3 judges with the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals. Today, they heard arguments for and against enforcement of this law. Fox 4's Sean Rabb in studio with the latest. Sean.
And this panel of federal judges, they understand how important this is to the entire nation. It was this court, the Fifth Circuit, that paused the new law again until they issue an opinion after today's hearing.
Texas has a right to defend itself.
Oral arguments before the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals as to whether Texas immigration law, SB 4, which gives police powers to arrest people suspected of entering Texas illegally, can go into effect now before the Biden administration lawsuit plays out.
There's real crisis going on here. Texas has decided that we are at the epicenter of this crisis. We are on the front line, and we are going to do something about it.
Chief Judge Priscilla Richmond, Judges Andrew Oldham and Irma Ramirez made up the 3-judge panel.
This is the first time, it seems to me, that a state has claimed that they have the right to remove illegal aliens.
Texas Solicitor General Aaron Nilsen agreed, but said the order to remove under SB 4 would not be from the state, but from a judge. Richmond asked, what if they come through Canada or other states and then years later get to Texas? Can they still be arrested?
I don't know the answer. I think that, I'm reading the text. Maybe.
The chief judge frequently referenced the Arizona Supreme Court case more than a decade ago, where the court ruled the federal government, not states, makes immigration law. Constitutional law attorney David Cole made note of that.
So I think her focus was on, my job here is to be an intermediate court judge and apply what the Supreme Court says, and I've read it. And so she was constantly coming back to that, which suggested a good bit of skepticism of Texas's position.
And so this entire scheme is, exactly what the Supreme Court warned against it.
For the government, Daniel Tinney told the 3-judge panel no part of SB 4 should be allowed to stand.
This provision is about criminalizing, under state law, a manner of entry into the United States.
Judge Andrew Oldham asked,
is there anything a state can just do because it thinks is a good matter for the people of the state of Texas?
The government lawyer said yes, but not what's in SB 4. Oldham was the Fifth Circuit judge who previously voted to let the Texas law go into effect.
He certainly seems supportive of Texas's position generally, but then when he got down in the weeds, I think he was testing the idea of, okay, if we do need some kind of a stay, what do we really need?
Governor Greg Abbott, speaking at the Texas Policy Summit in Austin, says Texas will continue doing everything it can to protect the sovereignty of the state and the United States, while waiting the Fifth Circuit's opinion as to whether the law for now can take effect.
They have kept the stay in place. But know this, what they have stayed is the Texas enforcement of SB 4. But even without SB 4, Texas has the legal authority to arrest people coming across the razor wire barriers on our border, and we will continue to use our arrest authority and arrest people coming across the border illegally.
And the governor says more than 40,000 people have already been arrested for criminal trespass and other crimes under current state law. The open question right now, whether the Texas immigration law can go into effect and stay in place until the same Fifth Circuit weighs the merits of the Biden administration's claims that the Texas law, SB 4, is unconstitutional.